Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-November right through to mid-December 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming your way. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Also, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you out there who sent so many well wishes. I did have a little bit of an accident there and got some concussion. So I took a little bit of time out to really get back to best, and here I am. But I just wanted to say thank you for all those positive vibes. I'm truly grateful for your presence, and I'm so glad to receive all those healing vibrations that you sent. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now let's get straight to your singles love reading and see what is happening there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? What I can see straight away, my beautiful Scorpio, is that you're learning that you are a gift in love. And it's taken you a while to learn that, okay? I feel like you truly are blossoming in your single energy. I feel like you've been embracing all that life has to offer. I feel like you haven't been like twiddling your thumbs by candlelight waiting for love to knock on your door. I feel like you've been really focusing on bossing up in life or focusing on your true life's mission, your true life's purpose. And I do feel like love is coming in for you, okay? There's definitely communication with you and somebody new heading on into your life. And I'm just going to get your starting position for your Celtic cross just to see what's going on there as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? We've got justice. So that is really about finding balance in your life, harmony in your life, and really being honest with yourself, where you need to make some adjustments to allow love to come on in. Because although I feel like you want love, I feel like it hasn't truly been 100% your focus recently, okay? The first card there is the flowers. Now, this is really about blossoming and feeling comfortable in your own skin, okay? It's also about having compassion for yourself. And of course, it's number 9, which is the Hermit energy. So a lot of you have been on a spiritual journey of personal development. And I feel that's where you find that happiness. You know, you find that happiness from within. It's about seeing the beauty of life. It's about appreciating who you are and learning more about yourself. But I definitely get a sense here that you are ready for love. I feel like you've been waiting for love for a long time. But again, I use that word waiting very loosely because I feel you've not really been waiting, okay? Now, don't take this the wrong way, but they're showing me an image in the water right now, and I'm not sure how it's relevant for your reading, but I'm going to give you what I can see because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and they're showing me an image of a sloth. You know, that little animal, so cute, little sloth. Now, that can indicate that you are taking your time in love, that perhaps, you have been in experiences in love in the past where people were lazy or they did not really invest in a relationship long term straight away, or they took their time and you're not waiting anymore. I get this sense that you are actually focusing on your own needs and you're taking your time. You're not going to rush into a love relationship. And I feel like you're making progress towards love. However, it has been slow. Okay. Now, sloths are really wonderful creatures. They're so cute. Can also be about you conserving your energy to wait for the one. So I definitely get a sense here that you are building a life of comfort for yourself. I feel, although you want love, and no matter how old you are, I don't care if you're 95 or whether you're 19, I feel like if you're looking for love, you're vibing in a frequency that is attracting it. However, I feel like you're in no rush. Okay, I feel like there's no rush for you to want to get into love. Now, I also feel like something in the past got cut short quite quickly. Okay, so this may be something that was starting to blossom into something really wonderful. You may have thought this person was your soulmate, and it was bittersweet. It feels like it was passionate, loving, intense, everything you ever asked for in that moment. However, I feel it either got cut short quite quickly, or it was painful in some way, because, you know, flowers, a bouquet can represent something that was truly blossoming but got cut short in its prime. And also roses, they tend to have thorns, so I feel like something that was unexpectedly painful or something that was difficult has in some way influence the way that you operate in love. I feel like you've learned a lesson from this experience, and whilst this experience is in your past, and it's very important because it shaped who you are, and it may have knocked your confidence. It doesn't have to be a previous love relationship. It can mean that some of you were bullied in the past and it knocked your confidence and your sense of self-identity in some way. Or it could be something you witnessed. They're giving me the word indiscretion. So it could also be something you witnessed in childhood. Perhaps a parent or guardian cheated, or there was some sort of turbulent energy there, or a divorce, separation, or maybe you actually experienced an indiscretion in your life in some way. Perhaps someone cheated on you in the past. There's deception with that word indiscretion. So with the Justice card, it's really about sorting through baggage from the past in order to release any trust issues, okay? Now, that's not going to resonate with everyone. I truly appreciate that, because there's a lot of energy flowing about in this reading, but I get a sense here that we're tapping into some of your fears, and I feel like you're overriding these fears, okay? And whilst they shaped you and they've taught you lessons, I feel like you are releasing them so they no longer have power over your future happiness, okay? Number 9 indicates you're someone who has a lot of wisdom. You're an old soul. And what that means is that not everything you experience or everybody who comes into contact with you really thrills you, okay? Because I feel like you've been here, done that, got the t-shirt, threw away the t-shirt, ordered a new one, and I really get this sense here that you have seen it all, okay, and experienced it all. And I also feel that, you know, it's going to take a very, how can I put this? There's a word I want. It's going to take a very interesting, special person to really pique your interest, because I feel right now, whilst you are like finding happiness within and trying to fall in love with your life the way it is right now and become comfortable in your own skin, I feel like you're not going to give your attention away to just any old body. I feel like you're waiting for the one, and it's going to be a very special person who's strong enough to walk by your side that even piques your interest in the first place, okay? Because I feel, as I said, that you are moving past difficult, painful, broody kind of people or situations that keep you feel stuck or guessing or even frustrated and confused. And I feel like you've been really tested when it comes to love. We do have the ships, okay, and this is the journey itself. It's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. And that tells me that some of you have actually taken a journey of love with somebody, but it let you down or disappointed you or in some way ended really abruptly, and you may have thought about marrying that person, or you actually married that person and have divorced from that person. And some of you may be wondering, is your opportunity for new love over? Is that it? Well, that's not it. I definitely see that you're going to be connecting to somebody new, and I feel like you're opening yourself up to the journey of love once more, because some of you have withdrawn in order to focus on your own happiness and build a life of luxury and security in your own life. So it's not that you don't want love. I feel like it's not really 100% been your priority for the last couple of months or years, and I get a sense here that now you're like, it's almost like you're renewing your energy or your motivation or your interest in love again, because whatever's in the resistance position, it will turn into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks. And this is about finding someone who's vibing at the same frequency as you, someone who brings reciprocity into your life, and someone who, you know, is looking at love in the same way, because we can fall in love with a person, and both of us, you know, we can fall in love equally. But if we don't want the same things in life, we may not be on the same trajectory. So sometimes there's love, but is it enough? And I feel you are now attracting someone who not only is vibing at the same frequency as you, that falls in love with you, but this new person, they want the same things as you, and they're looking in the same direction. So I feel like you're a match. Okay, and number 3 is, of course, the Empress energy. So a lot of you have been learning, and they're giving me this song right now. Wow, it's really strong and powerful. I'm just going to come to that song in a moment. It's a bit distracting. I'm going to say what I was going to say first. I feel like you are like reestablishing your sense of value in who you are and what you deserve in love. And I feel like you're not accepting second best. Okay. Now, let me just tap into that song. You know, I think this song came up a couple of weeks ago, maybe in one of the other signs. It may not have even been for your sign, but it might have been. I can't really remember. It's, oh, I had to look it up, I think, even. Fifth Harmony, I think, if my memory serves me well, sings this song because I had to do a bit of research. I'll give you the lyrics of what they're giving me. Oh, see me in the spotlight. Show me what you got because I don't want to waste my time. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Okay. Now, it seems to be feminine energy that's singing that. So I think it's, as I said when I looked it up before, Fifth Harmony, although I think they gave me different lyrics before. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to move away from that. But this song may be relevant because you may hear it over the next 6 weeks on the radio or suddenly on your shuffle, or if you're out in the mall or someone drives past you, it'll like surprise you. And it's an indication that love is coming in for you. Okay. Now, of course, that song is actually completely connected to what I was just about to say. So it was probably tapping into the vibration of what I'm feeling at the moment or channeling for your energy. And that's about your sense of worth. Okay. You know your worth and you're not going to waste time. You know what you have to offer and you're not willing to accept less than you truly deserve. Also, you may feel, this is an interesting one that's coming through here. Some of you beautiful Scorpios out there, you may feel that people are sometimes intimidated by your intensity or your independence, but that actually will only separate you from time wasters, okay? Because the right person will actually love all aspects of yourself. So they want you to be aware of that, okay? Also, really strange, they're showing me an image of like, I mean, if I was to describe it, it looks like, you know, stocks and shares, like the value of things going up and up and up or down and down and down. I mean, all these little arrows are like going up. So I feel like, you know, you are high value and you deserve someone who is also high value, okay? Or at least matches your frequency, all the effort that you put into a love relationship. So, I mean, for some of you, it could literally mean that you either work in an environment that keeps an eye on stocks and shares, or it is literally about your sense of value and being high value and, you know, attracting someone who knows what they've got when they meet you. But also, I mean, it could even indicate that this new person that's coming in will work in like some sort of economic setting, or, I mean, maybe it means that your focus right now has actually been on money or on investments, and you're keeping an eye on the fluctuating current of the world economically. I'm not really sure how else to decode it other than that's what I'm seeing and I'm hearing that song. So listen out for the song. I definitely see it's relevant. I mean, it could even be that you're going to see like some images of, I got to describe it so you're very clear on what it is. It's like a board of numbers and like things or companies, and the numbers are fluctuating and the arrows are pointing up. And at the bottom, there's like a little arrow that's red and it points down. Okay, but I feel all the other things are up. So it just feels like it's some sort of board that people perhaps would watch if they're into stocks and shares. Okay, so I'm going to move away from that. It could mean that you're going to see a symbol or images of that over the next coming weeks. And again, it's connected to the fact that someone new is coming into your life. And I feel both of you are about to take this journey of love and life together. Okay, it's number 10 there on that card as well. So you're going from a 9 energy, a 3 energy to a 10. So that's really like in self-development. 9 is the Hermit, of course. 3 is the Empress energy. So you are establishing your sense of worth. You're nourishing yourself in different ways, and you're deciding to, you know, pick the healthy option when it comes to life and love. And of course, number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, a sudden improvement in your love life and, you know, destiny intervening to change your love life around. But we have the clouds. Okay, now it's very important, this card, because the clouds can indicate some level of uncertainty, okay, some hesitation. And again, I'm getting, this song is coming back. So maybe I haven't said everything I need to say about this song. They're giving me, although they're not giving me the lyrics, they're giving me some sense that in this song there's like hesitation, like you show me what you got and maybe I'll show you what I've got, or you give me what you got and maybe I'll give you what I got. I feel like when you meet this new person, it's like you're not rushing into it. You're going to see if they step up, and only then will you also step up. That's the energy I've got coming through. So perhaps this is something you've promised yourself, that you're not going to rush in and fall head over heels in love with somebody. I feel you're just taking a more methodical approach to it. However, romance is romance. And when you meet this new person, both of you will see it's love immediately. And I feel there's going to be this initial communication back and forth that establishes that this person is not just here for the short term. Okay, but the clouds kind of indicate a hesitation, or not being able to see that potentially this is going to be something long term. It can also indicate some of you are just not sure how love is going to come into your life right now, especially since you have the whip there. This can indicate you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You're connecting to your true life's mission. You're focusing on your life purpose, and you're doing a lot of clearing space, which means you're getting closure on past situations. And the whip, it's an interesting card. It's number 11, which is about soulmate energy, but it's like repetition, okay, conflict, or, it's like keeping love at arm's length. And this could be because you have some sort of trust issues or something that perhaps has been left unresolved. Now, I do see that you're doing a lot of personal development, and I feel like you're doing a lot of soul searching. And I feel actually you're creating space for love. So I feel like you're kind of ready. But at the same time, I feel like you're being very strict with yourself in some way. And I feel... it can mean because this new love that comes in is going to be very sudden, especially since we've got the fish, which is about abundance. It's about suddenly everything you desired is moving into your life. And I get a sense here, because of the whip, you've experienced pain in love. And I feel this is it causes a bit of tension. You want to get involved in this new love that comes in, but some of you may be worried about repeating a past situation or a past lesson that's coming on in, but I actually see that you're moving away from that. I feel like you are getting closure on those situations. Also, number 6 is the Lover's card, and number 11 is a soul path. It's a soul mate. Okay, so I do feel that although this new love is coming on in, it's going to be very romantic, but at first I feel like you just don't trust it, or you second guess it in some way. So that's the energy that's coming through. I do feel with the clouds, it's really important to visualize your future with a person. Okay, so dreaming of love or romance, or really focusing on what you hope a soulmate looks like, or what they sort of do, or where you're going to meet them, or visualize yourself going out to a restaurant with that person, going on a vacation, or getting married to a person, and your thoughts become things. And some of you have disconnected from visualizing that in your life. You've been focusing on other things. And I feel like you're bringing that back, because remember, what you have in your mind, you can have in your hand. So I feel it's really important with the clouds, which is very cerebral. Okay, some of you have been grounding yourself in your life right now, focusing on your responsibilities and being really strict with your time. So again, I get the sense that you're not wasting any time, but suddenly you're going to have very deep feelings for somebody new. And they're really compelling because they're very good at words. Okay, so maybe that's why you don't trust them. You want to see actions as well as words, but this person's going to show you actions. We got the letter there, number 27, again, Hermit energy. When you reduce it, 2 + 9 is 7. So I feel this is someone who has also gone on a spiritual quest for meaning in their life. I feel like they've done a lot of healing, but you're going to be talking to someone new, back and forth, and there is a common ground there as well. And you may even have a conversation about a sloth, or maybe that song, or even stocks and shares. I'm not really sure, but that's what they're showing me right now. Also, and this sounds wonderfully cliched, but they're showing me a magnet that is in the shape of a mirror. And it's a heart. Okay, so a magnet that's in the shape of a mirrored heart. Okay, I just want to get that clear. So it is a heart shape, it's a magnet, and it looks like a mirror. So perhaps that means that you two are magnetic and you will mirror each other, or that you've gone through some very similar experiences in life that almost you're like, wow, you're like the other opposite of me. And I feel like there's empathy there, okay? So it could also indicate that you're going to see a mirrored magnet that's in the shape of a heart. So look out for that. That may be something you'll see in the next coming weeks. But there's communication. And I feel both of you, very romantic. It's number 7 there, which is a Chariot energy. It's like you've met the one, triumphant victory. You have reached your destiny. destination point. And it's also indicative that you're going to make progress in love as well. This is a dedicated relationship that's coming in. But anyway, let's go a little bit deeper. We've got the Justice card here, and this is about cause and effect. Okay, so if some of you have really been focusing on your responsibilities, on your tasks, whether you're in a career environment and you're focused on your ambition, or whether you're retired and you're focused on finding your life's purpose and moving through meaning and developing, your spiritual path, I definitely get a sense here that you're creating balance, but also you're making some adjustments, because I feel like your focus has been on one thing and neglecting the other in some way. So I feel harmony and balance are something that you are trying to create in your world. Happiness comes from within, and I feel like you are establishing that within yourself. But also the Justice card is to be honest with yourself, okay? It's like, where could I focus a little bit more on giving myself what I need. So, when you think about love, going out and finding love, that's also an act of self-care. So whenever anybody says, you should bring more self-care routines into your life and things like that, they're not just talking about having a bath, kicking back with a good book, or going for a walk in nature. All those things are, of course, important. But going out and finding yourself in a position to enjoy yourself, let your hair down, be in the company of like-minded people, or doing something that you're passionate about is also an act of self-care, as well as putting yourself on a path to meet someone new. Now, I feel like whatever it is, the Justice card, it does indicate that you have had some experience in your life where you are trying to reconcile. It could be a trust issue that you're trying to move away from, but the Justice card really is, you've had a lot to deal with. Okay, a lot to deal with. And I feel like you've had some karma that you've been sorting through. And some of that has been pretty negative. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons, hard lessons as well. And you're strong enough because you came through that. And now is your time to receive good karma, okay? We got Seven of Swords. Why am I not surprised to see Seven of Swords right there as your crossing card? Seven of Swords, it's a card that can be misunderstood or misconstrued sometimes, so I will explain it in a little bit more detail. But the Seven of Swords can be connected to someone, betraying your trust, or someone giving you cause to not believe them. There could be a dishonesty there, a betrayal, or you could have experienced someone ghosting you. Someone running away from their feelings in the past, and it left you feeling bereft, a little bit unsure, confused. Some of you may have even connected to people who are very indecisive in their life and not emotionally available to take the journey of love and life with you, and it's left you wondering, is your intuition a little bit off, or has the universe left you out when it comes to love? But that's not true at all. Sometimes we're sent lessons to learn about valuing ourselves, okay? And they're often really hard lessons. Sometimes, the universe will ramp up the experience to make you feel so uncomfortable that you have no other choice but to choose yourself. So, for example, many, many years ago, I was in a very toxic situation with a person, and, I continuously saw the red flags, okay, but I loved this person. And I was like, I have to find a way to make this person see my worth. There is no way that you are ever going to make anyone else see your worth until you value yourself and step back and say, no, enough is enough. And when I finally, got to a point where it was breaking point, so many things just went wrong. All of a sudden, I had my major tower moment in my life, and suddenly I was left very, still and very empty, like a shell of myself. And, I couldn't even feel is there any self-love there for me? Is there anything left of me? So I was very sort of shaken. But it was a major lesson from the universe about valuing myself and not allowing myself to get into a position ever again where I gave away my power to such an extent that there was nothing left of me to give. And I feel some of you have been experiencing this lesson, and it's been a very hard lesson to learn. And it's not just in love relationships. This could be in business, it could be in friendships, it could be in family situations as well. I feel like you've been going through some major lifestyle changes in order to reestablish your sense of self. And I feel investment. I mean, look at this. 8 of Pentacles. You've been investing in yourself. 3 of Pentacles. Now, 3 of Pentacles does mean you need to get out a little bit more, especially in the position that it's in. I feel some of you have been in hermit mode or have been focusing on your own personal development, your own needs. And you have been not neglecting love, but it's I just feel like love is like over there. And because it has not given the best of experiences to you, it's like you want it, but at the same time, it's not a priority. So I'm really picking up on that. I mean, look at your outcome card, the Two of Cups. So there is love coming for you. This is your outcome card. So that means that there is a high level commitment. You know what? I was waiting for the sign that that was going to happen for. Okay. And I'm loving that it was you, especially since I'm a Scorpio as well. I can never read for myself, but basically, what I had done is I'd put a heart here, okay, and of course I propped up that rock there. It's not a rock; it's a beautiful crystal there. And you know, I was wondering, is there going to be a sign where like all the walls come crumbling down in order to let love in? And Scorpio, that's for you. So I feel this is an omen for you that you're about to like let love in, okay? And I don't know if I can actually. I'll put that up there so it is like elevated there, because I feel like you have a beautiful heart and I feel it has been hidden away. Now, if you really think about like precious stones like diamonds, because they're showing me those right now in the water, you know, diamonds are formed under pressure. Okay. And sometimes we have such a fast paced lifestyle. People are like, you know, not committing to things long term. You know, it's very much sort of swipe right, swipe left, or, you know, they're not really invested. And I actually see that there is someone coming into your life who is invested, who knows the value of love and sees your value as well. And I feel that, you know, you have a beautiful heart. You are a true gem and you deserve a wonderful, loving experience. And that is coming towards you right now. Okay. So the Justice card indicates you've had a lot on, and I feel like you've gone through a very difficult experience. You've had a lot to deal with. But I do see that there is a person coming in where you will have a contract with this person, a high level commitment. Now we do have the Seven of Swords here. As I said, I'm going to clarify this card a little bit more. Seven of Swords can indicate betrayal or some sort of trust issue or someone ghosting you and making you feel like, well, what happened there? And I feel this has marked you. It doesn't mean it's going to influence you going forward, but I feel it knocked your confidence in some way and you're regaining your confidence. You're fed up of time wasters. You're fed up of people who are emotionally unavailable and like promising the world and delivering nothing. You know, you'd rather someone walked into a connection with you and said, you know what, I'm highly attracted to you, but I'm not looking for anything long term. You know, we can connect on a very physical and passionate level for a short period of time, and then I'm gone. And you would really respect that sort of person to say, this is who I am and this is what I want. I'm not going to trick you into something so that I can get the goodies and run. So I feel like right now you're just wanting someone to be honest. Like say, you know what? I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. However, there is someone coming in here who is going to be super honest with you and says, I am looking for a long-term relationship. And they mean it. They're vibing at a frequency where they will walk the journey of life and love with you, okay? Now, the Seven of Swords does have like an initial meaning, which is to be very independent. Okay, to live life on your own terms and to not adhere to anybody else's expectations. So some of you, you know, family, friends, they may be saying, oh, you're single. Wow, I can't believe you're single. And you're like, yeah, I know. At the same time, you're living a wonderfully rich life doing things that you love. Okay, so I feel like you're not twiddling your thumbs, as I said earlier, just waiting for love to come knocking on your door. The Seven of Swords indicates that you are, you know, not part of like group thinking situations. So it's like you're not following the norm. You're not going to settle down because there's no one else just around. You're not going to pick second best. And you're certainly not going to, you know, just get into a relationship because other people around you are perhaps getting into a relationship. Also, you're not someone who is a people pleaser. You'll compromise, of course, when it comes to love, but at the same time, I feel like you're not bending over backwards or over giving in love because you've done that. And I get a sense here that you're learning from that as well. Also, I feel this is a card that indicates that you have a yearning for independence and you need someone who's strong enough to walk by your side, who allows you that freedom to be yourself and to go where you want to. At the same time, you can be in a loving, deep connection with someone, even married to someone, and still feel free enough to be yourself and to explore all that life has to offer. You just, you know, either bring them along for the ride or you go off and have that experience and come back and tell them all about it. So you can find that level of reciprocity. And I feel that's something that you need. You can't have someone who's controlling or jealous or trying to stifle who you are or even to mold you into who they want you to be. And I feel like you've experienced those situations and you're not willing to have those anymore. I definitely see with the King of Cups that you are, someone who has a beautiful heart. This is your card. So I feel like for many months or years, you have been really discovering a relationship with yourself, being comfortable in your own skin, and recognizing that you have a lot of empathy. And sometimes you may have experienced people who came into your life wanting to be fixed or wanting to find a level of emotional security and stability in you, because you are someone who delves deep into your emotions, and you're not afraid to go to those places where you can have those dark thoughts or those positive thoughts, and you tend to be someone who is super supportive. You always try to see the other person's position, or you try to be non-judgmental in all situations. And that can sometimes attract someone who is emotionally unavailable or unstable and incapable, shall we say, of opening up to a love that you truly deserve. You are someone who is very loving and kind, and I feel that you are very protective of your heart. And I feel in the past, you've had experiences where you've had to be strong. And with the Four of Cups as your opposing card, it can indicate that all the situations you've had in love, or even your foundation of what it means to love in the past, has left you feeling a little bit disappointed or a little bit questioning of love. And it's not that you're closed off to love. I just feel that you've kept it at arm's length because you know that when you invest in love, you're all in. You give your whole heart and soul. And sometimes that means being really vulnerable, really like raw in your emotions. You really bond with a person, and you know what you're set to lose if you open yourself up to that level. And not everybody is capable of opening themselves up to that level. And I feel like this is something that you've been learning. So don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but some of you have really been trying to be honest with yourself and asking yourself, is there any area where you have unrealistic expectations in love? Because remember, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And not everybody is willing to go through the deep stuff like you, my beautiful Scorpio, okay? And I feel you've learned not to expect that. However, respect, reciprocity, these are things that you can expect and should not settle for less than you truly deserve there as well. Passion, love, all of those things. These are things that you can have. But remember, sometimes people, I feel one of the lessons that you are learning is that you slowly teach people how to open up, how to be comfortable with all those deep emotions. But you're looking for someone who is strong enough to walk by your side, someone that you do not have to be an emotional crutch for, because you are someone who deserves love. I mean, when you're with a person, if they're unwell or they're going through something, of course, you are there as a supportive force. You're there 100%, okay? But I feel that you are finding yourself, maybe in the past, this is what's coming through here, it may not resonate with everyone, but maybe in the past, I feel like you've always been there for a person, and when like the going gets tough, they're not capable of being there for you, or they are just not there for you, okay? So I get a sense here that you are recognizing that you're not here to just fix people or to, prop people up. You're here to be loved, to have passion, to have desire, to have a long-term relationship, okay? And that's something that's happening here for you in the future. We've got the Temperance card. It's in the past position. So a lot of you, a little bit like Leo, there's always a little bit of a connection there, probably because of my Leo moon. But the Temperance card indicates a lot of you have been blocked to some degree from love for a period of time because you're focusing on your life's purpose. Okay, and creating a lot of balance and harmony in your world, especially because you are so intense in your emotions. Don't ever change that, my beautiful Scorpio. But I feel like you're learning when it's important to allow those emotions to come forward and not be swamped by them, okay? Because I know certainly in the past, I allowed my emotions to completely overwhelm me to the point where it destroyed me, okay? So as the years have grown and I've matured, I've started to learn to manage my F's, if you know what I mean, okay? So that's coming through there a little bit briefly as well. Now, the Temperance card indicates harmony. You know, you're mixing life up a little bit, okay? This is when you're creating something really wonderful. You know, a little bit of this ingredient, a little bit of that ingredient, and I feel everything is going to come together in reciprocity for you. And I feel like you've been through some hardships. If you remember, a rainbow, it takes sun and rain for the ingredients to come together to create something magical. And I feel that you have experienced some level of hardship in love, and this will make you appreciate love even more when true love is arriving for you. And I feel this is the same with the person you're about to meet. I feel like they've been through some sort of hardship as well, and they respect love. I feel like they do not take it for granted, and they will never take you for granted either. Now, we have the potential position, 4 cups. So don't judge love on past experiences, because the 4 cups, there is a figure in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot where the figure is closed off. The arms are closed. It's like, nope, not receiving love today, because 3 cups are in front of that figure. And those 3 cups, I just want to show you so you can see a visual. I'm sure the majority of you know exactly what a 4 cups is. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. But they want you to visualize it. It's like, just because these experiences were not what you're hoping for, don't block yourself up for the love that's about to come into your life, okay? Now, this figure, it can represent that this figure has kind of lost their taste for love, or, you know, love just isn't what it has been presented as being when we're young. Sometimes we're like, you know, fed that Hollywood movie kind of love where everything just works out for the best in the end, and suddenly we realize in the real world it's not like that, okay? So I feel like we have an expectation, and sometimes we're disappointed, but I feel the new person who's coming in, you will not be disappointed, okay? This is your true love who's coming on in. And the universe, as you can see that turbulent cloud there, the universe is popping in. Fate and destiny are bringing you new love that is even more rewarding than you've ever had before. As you can see there, there's 3 cups. They're all the same size, and then this cup, when you measure it, is a lot bigger, a lot taller than the previous experiences. So I feel you're going to be very emotionally fulfilled with this new love that's coming in. There is a potential that you're going to be closed off to it, and this may be because of a previous experience. So I just want to pull a card on that 4 cups for you, because the potential here is the universe is putting you in the path to meet someone new. Now, I see you meeting with the 3 of Pentacles there, a group of people, okay? The Judgment card. So you've been focusing on your true life's calling. A lot of you are having a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and you're listening to your intuition. You're connecting to your true life's mission and your true life's purpose. However, don't allow that to be your only focus, is what I'm seeing there, okay? With the Judgment card, you may even like look at this new person who comes in, because I feel like they're everything you've kind of asked for. However, I feel like they're not your usual type. And you may be kind of like, okay, at first. But, I mean, this person is very attractive. This person is highly magnetic. And both of you are like, I feel like you've been waiting for each other, really. But there's something here. Is it timing? Because I feel you're very busy, and I feel initially when you first meet this person, it's like you've got a lot on, and you need to make some adjustments. Like you need to create space for love. Now, with these cards here, the 4 Pentacles is a very important card, because it says don't let life pass you by either holding on to past situations or holding on to stability, being in the home space, a hermit mode, or, you know, some of you, it's like you're saving yourself for the one, and that's wonderful, okay? But I definitely get a sense here the universe is bringing someone in for you, someone you've been waiting for, okay, for quite a long time. But I also get a sense here that you need to get out of a comfort zone, okay? And I feel with the 2 of Wands there, it's like some of you may be traveling, or you're planning travel, or you've been wanting to travel. Like I get this whispering in your heart, like do this, okay? Now I actually did a short about it recently. I just uploaded it, and it was a short for singles. It's like the heart is whispering to do new things or experience new situations, and that's what's coming to me right now. So I feel some of you, there's a whispering in your heart right now to do something that you've been wanting to do for a while. You're being asked to pay attention. So whether you've got a whispering to go on a retreat to Bali, I don't know, or whether you've got a whispering to take up a pottery class, or to, you know, join some sort of sport or the gym, or whatever it is that you have like a hunch that you should do. This is a whispering from your heart, okay? And I feel that you may be saving money to do something as well. And when you've got that finance to do it, I definitely see that you're going to action it, and you're going to be put in the right position to meet this new person, okay? I feel like in some way this person is connected to your true life's purpose, okay? because as soon as you're on that mission, which I feel like you're already on, I feel you need to now just create space to allow this love in. And this person also, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Also, I'm being given that this person, they are the sort of person who would want to write you a letter, okay, or a card or a note, but also they like to call. Now, right now, I can hear all of these Scorpios out there going, not a phone call, no way. You know, so what I'm getting at is that this person, they are very traditional. They want to let you know that they are interested in you in a very serious way, because they want to call you, okay? They want to hear your voice, and I feel like they want to let you know that they're not just going to like pass you off on a text or, fire you off a quick message. They want to invest. So their love language, shall we say, is to call when they're really interested in someone. So if that's not your vibe, my beautiful Scorpio, obviously communicate that with this person and they will adjust. However, I feel like they're showing you how serious they are by old-fashioned calling. A phone call. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. You know, I'm a Scorpio, and I know that when some people call, I'm like, even if I got the phone in my hand, I'm like, what are they calling for? Why they just put in a text? I don't really like phone calls. I'm not very good with technical things. Right. So I'm really feeling that vibe coming from a lot of Scorpios out there. However, this person, of course, they will adjust, but I feel like they're trying to just let you know that you're important to them. Okay. Now we do have the star, and again, they're playing me that song. Okay. Oh, see me in the spotlight. So either you're actually going to meet this person when you're in a spotlight. I mean, it could be a literal spotlight. The star represents being in the spotlight. It could be that you win an award for something, or there's some sort of good news in your life and it corresponds with a time frame where you're about to meet this person. But the star energy really is about healing from the past, but it's also embracing a new way of living, a new phase of life, a more healthy way. So I definitely get a sense here that you've had a real test when it comes to love, but now I feel like you're going to be very clear about what you want. And I feel this person that you're going to meet is not going to confuse you. They're not going to be indecisive. They know what they want, and I feel this person is a wish, a dream come true. But at first, it just feels like when you meet this person, they're wonderful, but there's something about you that's like, oh, it's not the right time. I don't know. I just get this. Either you're going on a vacation, or you meet this person on a vacation and you feel like, oh, maybe it's a holiday romance or something. There's just something at first where it's like, put the brakes on. You've got that whip there, you've got the clouds, and I'm feeling it from your energy in the Celtic cross as well. A little bit of hesitancy, okay? I mean, the Eight of Pentacles is like work or, personal development. So I feel a lot of you are having some commitments that you need to focus on at this time, and you're wondering how this new person can slot into your life in some way. Now, also, the star energy indicates there is a brighter future to look forward to, and suddenly there's improvements in your love life, okay? This person sees you, like really sees you, and gets you, and wants to get to know you better. They're not making assumptions. This person, I feel like they put the work in to get to know you on a deeper level. And this person is capable of very deep diving emotions, and they're very supportive, very passionate person that's coming in here. And I feel like your friends, your soul tribe, your family, people that you consider your people in your inner circle, they will really like this person as well. This person is really good for you. Very passionate and magnetic is what I'm seeing there. Now we do have the Seven of Wands. This is your advice to yourself in this moment, which means you're not really giving up on love. However, you're trying to enjoy your independence. Just because a person is single doesn't mean that they're lonely, or it doesn't mean that they are yearning for love. I mean, there may be those 3 a.m. thoughts where sometimes we think, it would be nice to have someone right now just to cozy up to, or just, confirm that everything's going to be okay. And, it's nice to have that person, that partner in crime, as it were, who's right by your side. But I feel like you're really independent, you're self-sufficient, you don't need anybody. I get a sense here that you want somebody. And that's why you're going to be very discerning about the company that you keep. Not everybody is going to get your attention. And I feel like you have a lot of people wanting your attention. Seven of Wands is a very important card, which means, you get a lot of attention, and you're keeping people or situations at arm's length because you're like, that's not the person, okay? Just like the Leo reading, so very similar. Not exactly the same, but they want me to show you the Seven of Wands Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide me? Where's the Seven of Wands for my beautiful Scorpio? Can you show them? Okay, I'm being told it's at the beginning, but... Oh, okay. So basically, there is a figure who is holding up one wand, and 6 other wands are fighting for attention. Now, one wand manages to get through. However, the rest of the wands are being kept at arm's length. So I feel like you have a lot of attention. However, I feel nobody's really sparking your curiosity. Okay, I've missed this somewhere. You may want to fast forward this bit. I would hate to waste your wonderful time, my beautiful Scorpios. There it is. That's not really at the beginning. That was kind of like beginning to middle. Anyway, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. We have that Seven of Wands. As you can see, this person is in high demand. As you can see, all those wands there. Wands are passion. So it's attraction. So a lot of people are actually attracted to you, and you may not realize it, but there's this energy of like, don't approach, or I'm focused on other things. I'm focused on ambition, or I'm focused on my projects, because this card can be a card of defense, okay? But it's also a card that indicates there's going to be one person who goes that extra mile to really get into your space, to really get into your energy and to be noticed. So I feel there is a person here. You can meet this person at a place where there is competition or movement or challenge. So at the gym or at, hobby or somewhere where you challenge yourself to do something exciting for yourself. I definitely get a sense here there's action when you meet this person. I mean, it could even be that you're going out with friends and dancing. There's movement there. So I definitely get a sense here that you're attracting a lot of attention, but there's one person who captures your attention. And that's the only person who's going to be able to get into your inner circle. Now, we do have the 8 of Pentacles, which is your external environment right now. And that means you're focused on yourself. 8 is the number of the self. It also indicates repetitive cycles playing out in your life. So if you feel like you're in a routine right now, the universe is nudging you out of that routine to dedicate yourself to getting out there having fun. The 3 of Pentacles there is to connect to people who are like-minded individuals, be in group settings, okay? Get a little bit more creative or do something different than the everyday. And I definitely see there with the Justice card, you need to make some adjustments in your schedule because it feels like right now that you're in some sort of routine or repetitive cycle that has become a little bit dull or boring or frustrating. Now, also, the 8 of Pentacles can indicate some of you may meet this person connected to work, okay? And, I mean, it may not be that they work in the same department or even company. It may be that they actually work in a similar environment. Maybe that's why I was given that, like, stocks and shares, like, value thing going on at the beginning. Could also indicate if you're retired, could indicate that that person that you're about to meet used to work in a similar environment as you, and therefore there is some sort of common ground as well there. Now, also the 8 of Pentacles can indicate that some of you are deciding to take a class of learning. You're gaining new knowledge, not just learning more about yourself, so a spiritual retreat or some sort of class where you embrace either meditation or mindfulness or yoga or something for body, mind, and soul. Could be that, or it could be that you're gaining new knowledge to learn a new craft or skill or upskill in some way, or just, learn about like psychology or something. You could be even going on a course of learning, like getting a certificate or qualification to help you in some area of your life. And this is also highly starred at where you can meet someone new, okay? Because what they're showing me is 3 of Pentacles is like, you're going to be in a group setting in some way where people gather together who are like-minded individuals. They collaborate. It could be a project or an installation, or some of you could be consulting people in a class setting in order to gain new knowledge, and therefore there could be someone in your class that you will connect with. But ultimately, this is planning. And this is about planning to get yourself into a situation where you meet new people or new experiences, okay? It is a hope and a fear position. 3 of Pentacles can indicate some of you have been cheated on in the past, or you've had some cause to not trust a person, whether that's a foundation of what you witnessed when you were younger, or whether it was a personal experience that you've had. So some of you may be afraid that you're going to connect to somebody who is either unable to commit or struggles to commit, someone who's got commitment issues, or whether you're afraid to connect to someone who is emotionally unavailable. I don't see that happening, okay? It's just a fear is what I see here based on previous experiences. So whilst the fear is warranted, I feel like you're actually meeting someone who is very passionate, who is bold enough and strong enough to walk by your side, someone who has the courage to open themselves up, someone who is exciting to be with, someone who is an influencer. Okay, they influence. It's almost like this person has value within themselves because they recognize their actions say a lot about who they are. So they value their actions as well. So I feel like this person, it's not just words, it's actions and words is what you're going to see from this person, okay? Now, when you get a King of Wands also, it can indicate this person, they've had a previous experience in love as well, and they would never let themselves down by stringing you along and cheating on you. I feel this person, they want security, okay? I feel like this person, they want to settle down is what I see here. They have the courage to be themselves. People who are immature or insecure tend to be people who cheat, sometimes out of their insecurities, and that's not an excuse at all. We all have control over our actions, of course, and should take responsibility and accountability. But sometimes people, especially insecure people or very unevolved, immature people, they choose something in the moment that they may regret. However, they choose it, but at the same time, I feel like you're meeting someone who knows what they want, who is strong enough in their own sense of self to know that they want a long-term relationship and they're not going to waste your time. Or theirs, shall we say. Now, we do have the Two of Cups. This is your outcome energy. So this is a high-level commitment that you're attracting at this time. This is love. This is romance. This is an understanding between two people who want to take that journey of love. And it's not just about love, passion. It's also friendship and reciprocity. This person, this new person, they've got your back, okay? So definitely a high-level commitment coming in. There's a potential to marry this person if you want to marry this person, but it's ultimately a partnership, a union of love. And this is your soulmate. Okay, as you can see, there's a lotus flower there. So that's two people offering love and a peaceful relationship. This is your happy ever after, okay? There's a lot of serenity where you can trust this person. And I feel like, you know, I'm just getting this energy that they almost show you how to trust love again because they're completely committed to this relationship, okay? Now, we have your final card there, which is be true to your heart. So I just even realized that they were showing me earlier about the mirror. Okay, obviously this is not a mirror, but it was a mirrored-shaped magnet. Okay, and that's why they sort of uncover the heart there. Be true to your heart. Also listen to the whisperings of your heart. If you have a feeling you should do something, follow your heart because the universe is orchestrating a meeting between you and this new person. And look at that. She's literally holding this like sparkling gem. Looks like a diamond there in her hand. So you've been learning about how you're a gift. You know, I mentioned the diamond earlier. There's a relevance in everything that I say. I'm channeling it and they're giving signs every step of the way to highlight that what I'm seeing there. Oh, I wish I'd said that as well. Thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. They showed me, did I write it down? I think I did. Let me just see if I wrote it down. I did write it down. Okay, let me just see. Because just before I came to your reading, I mean, it's so, you're going to need a magnifying glass to read this. But before I came to your reading, they showed me a seashell. Okay, and there's actually a seashell right there. And there's a ship in it. Okay, so seashells are like, listen to the whisperings of your heart. And also, you know, the ship is about taking the journey. And I hope you can see it. So, I mean, it's so small. It's so ditty, you probably can't see it. So if you can't see it and can't read it, I wouldn't believe it. But, you know, I always like to see proof myself. Being a Scorpio, I need the truth. I need to see proof. But I hope you can see it. It says seashell. That was my scrawled writing as I was preparing your reading. I saw a seashell there for you. Okay. Seashell. Yeah. I mean, you can make out the word sea for sure, but shell, maybe not so much. But yeah, so the fact that there is one there and there's two ships, it's like there's one ship in the past, one ship has sailed, it's over. And it has given you an experience that has shaped and formed how you love. But now you're opening yourself up to a new journey. So the ghosts of the past, they're being left in the past. And I definitely see that you have learned a lesson about value, how you are a gem and that you have a lot to offer in love. And now you're about to share a part of yourself in the next journey of love with this new person. Also, lots of wonderful peacock feathers there as well, which is you are highly attractive. Now, it's not just about aesthetics. You also have a beautiful heart to back it up. So you really are like a beautiful person in love, and you're about to meet someone who actually reciprocates the energy that you have to offer as well. But you needed to go through some previous experiences to teach yourself about you being high value. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Okay, that's a lot. So interesting, we've got the book and the word no. So the book represents the past. So if anyone from the past is coming in, that's a big hard no to letting them back in. Okay, I feel like you've learned your lessons and the book is closed. So it's like that chapter is done. Okay, now also we have scissors. So that's really about cutting the cord to anyone you feel bonded to as well. But it indicates like release, liberation from old situations or anything that's not healthy for you. And scissors, they're all about like cultivating. So I feel like, you have been cultivating your landscape. You're like changing, evolving. Things you wanted when you were younger may not be what you're wanting now. So I feel like you are evolving and now you're opening yourself up to change. And we also have a rune here as well. And this is about, this is the day rune, which is about, being in the light, a breakthrough, spotlight, going through some major growth there as well. Okay, there's something here about you being in the spotlight when you meet this person. So it could literally mean that you find yourself under a spotlight or recognized for something that you do. Maybe you're even going to like a bar where they do a quiz and your team wins and, suddenly your eyes meet with someone across the bar. I'm just giving you a scenario because there's so many energies popping up that I can't give them all, but I'm just giving you like indications of how you can meet this person. Could even like do something that you're really passionate about, a hobby, and people recognize you and think, you did a really good job there, Scorpio, and suddenly people are recognizing you for your skills, and there's someone who captures your eye in that moment. And finally, we've got the missing piece. We've got a piece of the puzzle there. Life is a puzzle, and it's about figuring things out and collecting pieces along the way until suddenly we have it all coming together. And I do feel that that's where you are right now on your journey. You're about to find someone who has like that missing piece of the puzzle when it comes to love for you. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. Hope something resonates in that reading for you in some way. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.